Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that the marriage, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with you. But look who they said that was probably. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
He's been attacking our whole national. So it ain't nothing new with him. He's a fascist racist. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to us, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I'm laughing too, shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But, boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, they trying to use stuff for content. I said, well, she gave it to me. This what I wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
What's up, Yogi? You're muted.
Good morning.
Who did I catch? She just got up. She was like, she didn't know I was gonna hit her with it. Like, hey, I need you to come on. You heard? I couldn't catch
my throat a little bit, something right here.
Yeah.
Because that be ready to fry you up when your head looking like unit pieces. So let me.
And will. Ain't no sense us not getting this together. Family, hit that like button as y'all coming in. Good morning to all the beautiful people today. Good morning. What your day was like? I mean, I was about to say Yogi G. I was going to say, Anna, what was your day like yesterday, Yogi G?
I know that's what your parents do. They tell you who their favorite kid is, but it's all right. My day yesterday was, yeah, I know. It's all right. But I'm always happy to be off the chitlin circuit, so it's cool. I'll talk to the chat. Yesterday, I was looking at the social media, checking out all the celebrations, listening to all the happy people from NY to VA. They feel a little better about what's happening in these streets. And I know you and Trevor was talking about it, clearing it up for the people. So I'm excited.
I don't know. How you feel about what happened over there in NY?
Man, listen. I think anything that's leading us away from the current circumstances of MAGA takeover is good for the people to feel like we making some traction. You can't create change when everybody feeling beat up. You know what I mean? I know we watch movies like Rocky and shit, but people need a little HOPE out here. Dick Gregory said, nah. Dick Gregory said no to hope, but I said we need a little something. What that word is, I don't know, but I felt a little hopeful yesterday.
Wow. Listen.
Little.
I'm gonna be honest with a little bit, yeah, because I was listening to him yesterday because I was gonna put the speech on. I listened to him and Donnie. He talked that talk yesterday, but it was it was refreshing just to, like, when he said he toppled a dynasty, because that's what I was gonna say. Like, like, who's gonna topple the dynasty here? Because right now that our mayor, he did, he was going on this third term. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wonder who gonna challenge. And I'm not saying, listen, you know, uh, uh, Zohan Mandani, he called himself a democratic socialist.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, I found joy in it, just seeing the people who had money was crying. I'm like, man, y'all mad because he got in office?
Squirming at the thought. Socialism has always been a trigger word for those who had money. And, like, I don't think I made it a secret. I'm a history nerd. I like going back in time. I'm finding a lot of peace in the past. Crazy as it seems, but like, they don't like anything to talk about people functioning as a community over capital. And so when they hear Mandani talk, they definitely hear the population kind of straying away from dependency on all of these big money people. Like I said, like, you got a big six in finances, you got a big six in media. It's always six.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. From a spiritual sense, that was kind of scary. But yeah, to hear somebody talk about the possibility of how we can make things happen without giving power to one unit or one particular faction, I'm down for that talk. Now implementation is the problem.
Right.
That's when people start getting bang, bang, bang and disappearing.
Because when I was listening to his speech, because he was talking about far as universal health care for kids, I didn't think that was bad. I'm like, when I was listening to some of the stuff he was saying, I'm like, that could pass. I mean, like, but you got to have people, but what the stuff that he talked now, see, and it just blew my mind that you see rich people, they don't want people up under them to have the same luxuries.
Mm-hmm.
That's what is mind blowing, that you will see. And it's crazy that the people don't think the cost of living in New York is too high. Should it be that high? It's like they don't care. Should you know what I'm saying? Him saying far as food deserts, him want to bring, because at them corner stores where the elderly can't get out. Good morning, everybody that's tapping in. Thank you for tapping in. What, like, if a person is helpful, you go to the grocery store, you go into the store in the neighborhood, everything is hot, priced high.
Over here in DC, the corner stores is your best friend. And not even the major grocery store chains can we trust, because, like, we had a whole campaign in our Ward 7 area, which is predominantly Black currently. And they were selling bad meat. You know how they be having that discount meat, man? You can't trust the discount always, man. You think you're getting a blessing, boy, you're going to pay for that blessing too. You get what you pay for. And it was this big campaign, especially with somebody who was getting ready to run for council again. And in 2025, I don't hear that same band and jam, and that grocery store is still rocking and popping. So, like, election season is a dangerous time. Everybody wants to say, if you like winter, spring, summer, fall, you better get with this election season and figure it out.
So what did you take from it yesterday about it was a mini blue wave. What did you take from that the Democrats winning the seats that they didn't win?
I think that people are starting to realize who the real villain is. And once again, it ain't really about red or blue. It's about how we get back to the center of things and start redelegating power. Because, I think that's the part of the conversation that also was percolating yesterday, is that while we are celebrating these gains on the blue side, that from a organizer standpoint, it's just more so that people are starting to see the game. That it don't matter what side you put your hat on, we getting screwed in some kind of way, just a little more harder than the other. So I'm more about the conversation and the vibes of the community that feel like that they want to start giving power to big corporations and things like that, and really tapping into the detriment that a lot of these industries and entities are doing to our communities, and holding people accountable. Don't just set it and forget it. I think we learned a hard-ass lesson, Mickey, about when you give trust, especially in melanated spaces, and you just leave it to their own, thoughts and feelings. You learn that they ain't always got you on the forefront of the, what's it called, self-preservation list.
Facts. We just got a sponsor for today's show. By Felicia Martinez from New Jersey. You heard? That's that New Jersey love. Thank you, beloved. She says Mickey's roll call is sponsored by Texas Governor Abbott, aka Hot Wheels, for saying he will impose 100% tariffs on New Yorkers who move to Texas. How will that work? Isn't tariffs a federal thing? Listen, when you got
People just talking out the side of their cheeks, man. They mad.
man, I see Trey Robertson said. Trey Roberson, my bad, sorry about that. Said down here in Georgia, we turned a lot of local seats blue. Folks got tired. Listen, and I try to tell people this. Marcus Fielder, my good brother from Fairfield, California. Thank you for tapping in, Deborah O'Neill. Good morning, beloved. I keep telling they didn't understand. When you sit up here and you can be uncompassionate, and I tell people, see, I think, Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning. People have hidden agendas. They had them hidden agendas. And I think all the stuff they were seeing going on with this, like when this mega wave came, to me, the mega wave wasn't nothing but, and I'm being honest, to me, in my humble opinion, was just Trump's revenge. Because he feel like how he got done. So he got people geeked up like they got done wrong.
I think Trump is learned his lesson. I think that when his first term came up, he thought he had more power than what he really had. And it was his own people that sat him down. Now, wait a minute. Let me say, this is a tinfoil hat comment. These are the views of Yogi G, not a 810 News Media Group, okay?
So
you ain't got to put no allegedly on me. I know how you do, Otis. But I think that, like, he learned a hard lesson from the last time when he was 45, right? And they tried to snipe him up out of here for the headlines. And he was like, whoa. Second thought, I thought about it. They put that man under investigation. It was his own people that took him out. So now that he came back this time, he like, I'm not trying to get, I'm not trying to shake that boat. I don't want to disappear the way that maybe allegedly Epstein has disappeared,
Yeah, you had a point.
I mean,
point. Good morning, people. The Queens are just tapping in. Let me see what Concrete said. El Hajj Malik El Shabazz definitely spoke about moving towards socialism after his travels to Africa and Asia during the last year of his life. And we see what happened to him as a result. See, and they don't want to have that conversation. Come on with it.
Can you look up socialism for us?
Yeah, I can do that.
This word be floating around a lot, and I'm not sure that I have a complete grasp on it enough for us to continue on the conversation.
I'm gonna put it up here for you because you said, "Oh crap, hold on." Hold on, let me put it up here for you. You got me got all the different stuff I was trying to put on. Okay, you want the definition of it?
My bad. I just think words are hard, but words are powerful.
A political and economic theory of social organization which advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned or regulated by the community as a whole. And that's the difference. Okay.
I felt like that was a church read. You know how they read the scripture? We like, and read. Thank you, Mickey.
Okay. I got another one for you.
Okay, all right.
Hold on, let me bring this one down. Let me bring this one up. Let me stop sharing. Let me do this one for you, Yogi G. Share screen. You might want a bigger definition of it.
Are you gonna give us the WebMD?
I'm just saying.
No, not the WebMD. My bad. We doing a dictionary.
Yeah. Okay, you see, let me see, because they what is his name? Mandani. Democratic. Yeah, he called this up. Oh crap. Okay, went to that page. Okay, good look.
Socialism. Okay.
We said a political movement calling for the establishment of decentralized socialistic economic system within a democracy-run political system. According to the Democratic Socialists of America, DSA, the goal of having democratic socialism is to achieve a more equal and just society, that the economy and society be run democratically.
Which
So,
had me confused, right? Because I'm like, aren't we
yeah.
already a democratic country? I mean, but I get it, right? Because ultimately what they're saying is that like we don't want big corporations to rule over everybody. We got pretty smart chat. Y'all help me work that out. You know,
I'm finna put all the people coming in. Let me see what Mr. Thomas says. Socialism doesn't work out well for the people. Look at North Korea. Okay, let me see. That's his take on it. I almost got tied tongue. Let me see. Let me see. Mr. Thomas again. He says social democracy like Norway and Sweden is the better way to go.
mm.
Let me see what Alan said. Malcolm said, one bite you with a smile, one bite you with a growl, relating to Dems and Republicans.
Oh,
Got it.
For sure.
Got it.
One band, one sound. I looked at the net worth of half of them jokers over there, boy. I was, you talking about you tongue tied. I was cross-eyed. I was like, I seen so many zeros and things like that.
And I got it right. You right, Alan. No, this is a republic.
Okay. A republic. I'm learning something every day.
You see what Mr. Thomas said? We don't want the government running everything. Good morning to all the beautiful people that's tapped in old Otis and Yogi G on this lovely, lovely, lovely Thursday morning. And I did a little something different. I'm not gonna lie. I let us come on Facebook too, but just on the Facebook. This was only today. I was doing it because I put us on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh my goodness.
Just a little something different. I wanted to get the people over there that's been rocking with us who be seeing this that they can tap in. But I will respectfully ask all of y'all that is watching on YouTube, on Facebook, come on over to the YouTube side and subscribe. You heard? Hit that like button too. Let me see what Dr. Cam. We have a real doctor in the building. Dr. Cammy, break it down. Socialism is in everyone chips in. Think about how libraries and fire departments are funded. Okay, Alan said to the republic for which it stands. Facts.
I haven't said it in so long. I forgot about that little line right there, Alan.
Then you got Ronald Cuss said socialism is a dictatorship. What's up, sexy chocolate? Let me see. Anna, he said, the pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis, what's on your agenda today? Y'all smash that like button as y'all coming in too.
My agenda today looks like, first and foremost, sitting up here chatting it up with the chat on A10 News Media Group. Make sure you hit that like button. Please share and subscribe. Don't know why you haven't, but one day Otis will give us those members only things so we can stop treating us like the Disney Channel. Yeah, but other than that, I'm a organizer, so I got one-to-ones out in the community, meeting with people, seeing where their heads at and what they want to do to collect and connect the people. That's what my day looks like, Pastor Gaddis, old cousin from the Gaddis clan.
For sure. You see what Dr. Cammy said, the rich don't like socialism because they will have to chip in on their power their power isn't considered. Wow. Noble Max said government already run everything, honestly. From food we eat, cars we drive, what we see online is already controlled by the government. And I think and that goes back to that one movie, what was it called with Kaiser Sosak, when he said the quote he said was the way the devil, I'm not saying the verbatim, but to trick the world he didn't exist. And it's like just reading that saying, oh, you don't want government controlling your stuff, but yet government controlling your stuff. But we sitting up here saying we want less government. Some of the stuff is like, I don't get it.
Yeah, over dependency on the government is a thing. How do we reconnect?
Usual suspects. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie. But I think over dependency, if we really have to admit the things that we could tighten up on, I think over dependency on government is a thing. And in the Black community, I know we want to keep getting that 40 acres and a mule, but come on, at what cost though, people?
Right. That's the quote. Thank you, Dr. Cammy. The greatest trick the devil ever made was convincing the world he didn't exist. And that's what I'm looking at when you saying this. What Alan said, woke language they keep in check, but language of ignorance is promoted to the highest. Facts.
Division is key, right? Like you gotta keep
Yeah,
you deaf, dumb, and blind in order for them to be able to do the things that they doing. And that's why media, social media, and all of these things have been a big tool in keeping us divided and keeping us deaf, dumb, and blind.
facts.
In my opinion.
No, you know what? Say when you can't be the person and dislike them, post all type of labels on them. To me, yeah, because when I was listening to the Mandani speech yesterday, well, I was listening to it this morning. I listened to all of it because all the shows played it. I was listening on Tim Black. I was listening to it on Roland Martin. Everybody played it. And when he told Trump turn the volume up, you know the rich people finna be ticked. Finna be ticked. He's finna be the new boogeyman. I can already see the New York New York Council trying to give him a hard time. I mean,
I mean, it's also the Democrats kind of sort of gaining traction without doing the
yeah,
work, right? You know,
right,
where you have Mindani that's challenging Trump, and so
right,
now he's getting the title of being America's mayor. Have you
right.
seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see. I'm down for like community having more power than government, and I get if historically you know why they decided to come together from the 13 colonies on up. Um, but I mean, you do have to agree that there are times when you have to keep reviewing the law to see if they um, are benefiting the
Mm-hmm.
society as it presents now.
Mm. Yeah. It said my sister in the late 1800s, our descendants received the 40 acres, but 3 years later they took it back. I mean, this is the type of stuff that you have to go. I mean, the speech, you know what I'm saying? But I listened and everything he said. I wanted to come on. What's up, Sir Gregory? Oh, most
Oh,
definitely, Sir
Lord, I
Gregory.
got like 31 labels. I'm like a toxic
Yeah,
product out the grocery store right now. I got so many damn labels.
yeah. Oh, facts, Sir Gregory. Facts. Let me see.
Man,
You say Trump wants to control New York, so when they put a Democrat in, that they're that kind of put a wrench in his plans. Facts put a wrench in his plan, but it was just the racist rhetoric that they came with. Because not like he said, it won't be no Islamophobia. And I was looking at it, I was like, damn. I said he really talking that junk when he said he took down a dynasty. He took down the Comos.
mm,
I'm
oh
like,
yeah,
I'm like, he took. Do you know they spent down $36 million to defeat him
$36 million.
for that New York? Mayor race. They wanted
How
that.
much they spent to for that party that they had in Mar-a-Lago when we first hit the first day of this food crisis? Did you see that?
Mm,
They was partying their tails off.
Let me see what Constance said. Our blacks going to be of the community. Hey, listen, I was. I mean, can you expound on that a little better, Constance? Because
Please,
I
please.
did listen to some of the speech, and you know how I was. I threw on my tinfoil kufi hat. I'm like, what the FBA is he talking about when he said the Ethiopian aunties, and I said aunties. Then I'm like, oh, okay, now hold on, wait a minute. Then I heard him speak. I'm like, now where the FBA is at? I ain't gonna lie. I was over there nitpicking. I was nitpicking. Let me be real with you.
See what Dr. Hammy said. The founder of Airbnb gave $1.2 million. I mean, listen, it's the cost of convenience.
Yeah.
If one time I went to this workshop where they were doing a study about the prison system and how many funders we had tied up into that. When they gave us that list, half my life existence and the room life existence was on that list. I'm talking about
Right.
Hewlett Packard. I'm talking about Nintendo. I'm
Yeah.
talking about Starbucks. All your greatest players in your day to day are funding your demise or your community's demise. Sorry to
Fact.
tell you.
Fact. I agree with you. Facts. Now I just put that up there. What do
Okay.
you see? And then I was looking. Hey, Constance, I got you. I got you, beloved. I got you. It said, "Look how you." No, I got to do it right. How you doing, beloved? Miss Beverly Biggs Levy has entered the building. It said, "Look at the number." Facts said, "Look at the number of leaders of departments that are retiring or leaving city government. I wonder why."
You ain't got to
What's
wonder.
up,
They don't
DD?
write, but they
My
say the
name is.
writing's on the wall.
It said the prison complex is the modernization of slavery. Facts. I'm gonna say, but you know what? I want to do speak to people because I know a lot of y'all didn't tap in and listen. I get it. Wouldn't listen at the jewels that was dropped yesterday by when Brother Roberts was trying to say. I get it. I understand it. But he dropped some jewels when he was growing up. Wasn't no Grand Blanc. Wasn't no Burden. Wasn't no Flushing. Wasn't no Swartz Creek. You know, Grant, you know, when that came, what's up? Is this what we doing? Grace and peace. You know what happened? People keep forgetting white flight. And them the conversations people don't want to have. So when I did go back and sit back and I was looking when they was like, he became the mayor. And it was really more the whites that was complaining about Mandani being the mayor. If you go look at the voting, look who voted for him. And I'm just sitting up here. And I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just trying to be honest. What's up, Connie? And I ain't going. I'm just trying to be honest.
White
I was
flight is a serious thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was like they was mad for change because y'all. And I was looking at, like I said, I watched Sean Hannity. I saw the clips that be on there when he was. I was about to cry when because I feel for my people. You mean you don't want regular folks not to experience, like, you don't want a person to be able to have Medicare. Well, you know what's crazy? We be funding giving money to other countries who have universal health care. You know that, don't you? But
Yeah.
we can convince people here to say, oh, we don't, you shouldn't have health care. You shouldn't have to worry, if you got to go, you got to go. That's crazy.
Isn't that part of that bootstrap mentality that, like, billionaires have imposed on working class people, that in order for you to have value, you have to learn how to get it out the mud, and then and only then are you considered a person.
Facts.
But what we know is that most of us don't come with boots to even pull up some straps on. And then the crazy part is, like we always say on here, right? Like, how is a struggling man going to fight for a billionaire? Like, or I heard, like, how's a person with 2 teeth in their mouth fighting for somebody with a full set of teeth? Like, the struggles are not the same.
no, old gamer. I was talking about when I was listening to Mandani's speech when he was talking when he won New York, when he's talking about everybody that is going to help everybody and just not the elite. And when I heard him say the Ethiopian aunties, and he was like, "Yeah, I said aunties," and I'm like, "What FBA is that?" That was just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to critique everything, but I be like that. I heard him call everybody, and I didn't hear the FBAs up in there, but I did hear him say to the black women that got furloughed, that's off their jobs and everything. That was really what I was referring to.
You were saying you were stirring the pot. That's what you said.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. Mm-hmm. Let me see, because I think it said Trump once said the Republicans were dumb and would be obedient. Democrats have always fought for what is right for the people. This is why Republicans want to change districts for voting. Wow. Yeah. Let me see what Kenneth said. You can't pull yourself up by your bootstraps if you ain't got no boots.
Man, you gotta tell them people they don't know. And sometimes the biggest villains for believing that is us.
Hey, but Sir Greg, look at all the dumb ones saying they're going to move out of state. And guess what I said? I thought about it. I said they will move, but it's the ones who got the money. That's what I'm saying. Not the poor. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but are you that mad? I'm not saying Mandani might be a good one. I'm just saying I'm glad they went with somebody fresh and new. And that's what I'm hoping when the process started here, that we get fresh and new people. You know what I'm saying? It's just if they do blow it, I feel like this. If Mandani do blow it, they can say, "Hey, we was tricked. We didn't go with the same old. We got tricked. But at least we went on." You know what I'm saying? Because some of the stuff he talking about doing, I think they could have it, but I know it's a roadblock because he pissed off the rich folks, and they are mad.
I mean, from a strategy standpoint, even if these things don't come to pass in New York specifically, the fact that he has this platform and is able to share these ideas on a national, international level is important, because now you have people who are considering government in a different way. And where it may not be able to happen in New York, the probability of things happening maybe in a place like DC or somewhere
Right.
further down, like maybe Flint,
Gotcha.
keep it hopeful,
Facts.
could really happen. So, like, I mean, however you feel about it, it's still a probability of shift. Like,
Right.
America's gone through Reconstruction how many times? We got some smart people in the chat. Yeah, how many times has DC gone? I mean, not DC. How many times has America gone through a Reconstruction process? This is another
Right.
form of Reconstruction.
Wow. I'm just saying, I'm looking at that too. This is what we doing, said.
Oh
Hold
yeah,
on,
his
my bad. He
transition
said, I
changed.
saw live white flight in Flint during the 70s. Let me see what I kind of heard. The majority of his administration is female, like 95%. Hey, he doing something different. That's
That's a
for
fact.
the
Fact. He got some
ain't
power.
nobody moving out of NYC for an extra 50K in taxes. That is lunch money for those people. That is all talk. But see, but that's the thing, Mark Hutchinson. They good on that. The rich good on that side for getting empathy. They know how to. They own all the media. They know how to put their propaganda out there where people would be like, well, they shouldn't be doing this. But what about the people that's up under them? Should they be going through that too? But yet you would go spend money for other countries to have universal health care. What about the 40 million they just gave to Argentina? 40 billion, my bad. 40 billion they just gave to them. And you didn't even want to fund your people here for the SNAP benefits. It's just to me. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. My bad, Lavender. Good morning. Good morning to everybody that tapped in. No, I can say it back, good morning, but I was just trying to get right off into it. Maybe right on that circuit. They have the media, but the new black media is what people are listening to now. Facts. Facts.
I think it also, and once again, I saw a conspiracy theorist, and that's my kind of town to live in for a moment. Uh, Sometimes you have to think from a full, like, I think strategizing kind of point. A part of me still is like, is this a part of the play too?
Right.
Because they actively are starting setting the keys for wars to pop off in other spaces, right? And if you don't have people to fight them wars, you got a problem. So, conspiracy theory, right? Are they giving us this win to kind of like temper over people?
Maybe later.
Be
Yeah.
able to get people more riled up towards patriarchy. I don't know. Like we won't know until we end and then be like, damn, they got us again, or damn, we got them. Like it's forever changing.
I mean, you right on that. You right on that. I can't dispute that. I can't dispute that.
Oh, Trump has disrupted air travel, man. I've been hearing from
Listen,
friends that've been traveling, boy, and the misery that they are
man,
experiencing right now.
they can say what they want. I'm gonna stay grounded.
Listen,
If I can't drive to it, I'm good.
that part. Like I'm thankful. I don't even like. Oh no, Alan Lynch, take that off right now.
The DC would say Yogi for mayor. You heard?
Not these DC streets, man. I'll disappear. I like being seen in that view. You know what I mean?
For sure. I'm.
But, yeah.
It just it, and I get it because people want to see people in there. That's why they saying Yogi for mayor. They want to see people that's gonna get in there. Because me and my cousin was having a beautiful conversation this morning, and I was messing with him because we was watching the Mandani. I was playing it in the car on our way. He was going to the barber shop, and I was playing it, and he was like, "Cuz I don't care who it is, black or brown or white, long as it's good people that's trying to help us." You know what I'm saying? That was his take. So I don't care what a person is, because he said, "Man, you can mess around and get people to look like us, and look how they were players. All you gotta do is look no further than your mayor right now. I mean, just go look at it. Like I don't know how DC is, but you think this mayor here is top notch?
Man, listen, I think that our man here in DC and y'all man in Flint might be relatives. That's how diabolical. The diabolical too. That got to be, because the cold-hearted, cold-bloodedness of King Bowser here in DC is ridiculous. And the way that our community, and when I say our community, I'm gonna be very specific. The Black community gives her cover to do her dirt is
Good morning, good brother.
ridiculous. And we got some heavy hitters on her team. We talking about back in the day, married to our one and only legacy king of Marion Barry. Like his ex-wife even getting part of the game. Boy, it's something to see.
Man, I saw something on here. I thought it was beautiful. I gotta go back here and read it. Hold on, let me go here. I gotta find this individual. Yeah, hold on. Here I gotta go on her page. I gotta go on her page. I'm gonna show you. I thought it was deep, and I hope she don't be mad at me for going on here and stealing this off her page. I thought it was. Hold up, you know what? I'm gonna go on here. I thought it was dope. Let me put this on here. I thought this was dope. That what she said to me. Now I don't want to catch no flack, Mary, but this what I had saw. And this for Atlanta. I want to mess her name up. But I met her through Dr. Petroni, if I'm not mistaken. And this was her, and this is a Detroiter. She said, "Congratulations to Mary Sheffield. The media went easy on you. Brace yourself, and all Detroiters as well, for the racist attacks you will be facing once Mike Dugan is gone. You will be blamed for bringing down the city after he raised it to such a shining example for gentrification. But with all the money being gone following ARPA funds squandered on his cronies, leaving you holding the bag for unwanted projects such as solar scams, the criminal land bank operation, and the thousands of people who have lost property due to overtaxation. The Detroit media has been notoriously racist for its entire existence. The great white hope will move on to his next frontier. I wish you the best because of our fates are tied together. We all fail together and we succeed together, but we must be very clear what we are facing. The city has been looted. We have been contrived a bankruptcy, disinvestment of our schools, libraries in order to lure revelers to endless sports stadiums paid by tax dollars we can ill afford to give up. You have been given a Trojan horse. We must confront it together. I liked it that what I saw that the lady Miss Helena before she was talking to the Detroit elect to Mary Sheffield who won, and it's like, damn. You see, I'm just saying. You see, damn.
I mean, corruption is not new, Nick. Like I keep telling people, like, if you are shocked by what's happening today, then don't open up a history book because, well, you'll really be for a doozy. But that's what it's been. Like, when people don't know their laws, like when I was in my philosophy class, my professor said that it is every American citizen's due diligence to know the law. From the most common man to the most political prominent, you are responsible for knowing the truth of how we run as a country. And I mean, quite honestly, the in-betweens of like the different amendments that we've had to put into play to reflect the differences that exist under the banner of USA are one aspect. But if you don't even know where you're starting from to even hold a debate about right or wrong, you're going to be in a blind spot the whole time. So, like, when you get these people that come into these different cities and states, and they have had time to prepare in a space to be able to come in and now be a part of your leadership, making decisions that are better, or like they're telling you are better, but you don't even have the grounds to even start to tell them that they're wrong, if they are wrong. And then by the time you start doing your due diligence and getting people to protest and everything like that, they done ran out with the bag. They got $95 million in the pocket, and you sitting up here scrapping out over $5 million for a whole city. Like, make it make sense. You gotta take some accountability as being the person that's being assaulted too. Not victim blaming or victim shaming, but I'm saying we have responsibilities as being citizens too.
Yeah, I got to put a public PSA out here too.
Uh-oh.
And this is coming from Nellie Nair. Said all SNAP recipients will receive 50% of their benefits for the month of November. If you get benefits on the 3rd, 5th, or 7th of the month, your benefits will be issued on November 8th. All others will receive benefits on their normally scheduled date. You only receive 50%. Now, how diabolical is that? How diabolical is that?
And this for Flint? I just want to clarify.
Huh?
Was
Nah,
this just for Flint?
yeah, no, yeah. I'm guessing state of Michigan. I'm assuming.
Okay. I heard you reading it, but I might have been tracking slow. I might be a little slow.
But I'm just saying, for them to even want to give half, but you see what you know they not gonna go half with, go sending monies to other countries. How could you not? You won't want to feed your own. Good morning. Good, yeah. Oh, for the state of Michigan.
Okay.
Thank you, Nelly. That's crazy.
I think that when you don't have to look at poverty, or you don't have to look at the ramifications of your choices right in your face day after day. And then I can't even say that, man, because there's some people cold-blooded that get off on watching people suffer. Like that's the reality of it. Like y'all used to have whole lords that woke up in the morning and beheadings were their thing. Like they had 10 lined up, 7 a.m. ready to go. And these are the people that had theories and thoughts of this. So like once again, it's less about being shocked that these things are happening. What are we going to do to stop them from happening? And also, what are we going to do to educate our people about why this happened in the first place? Once again, my humble opinion.
I'm with you, Mark. I'm gonna put this up here, but I don't want the flag. He said Marion Barry was a little corrupt. And nobody cared because he delivered for his people. He made sure his people got contracts and money. The key is delivering for your people. And that's all I'm saying.
Everybody keep focusing on that he had an addiction, allegedly, because we still don't know how far she set him up.
Facts. And Kenneth, I'm with you. He told them they were going to suffer. They just didn't believe it was them included. And that's the thing. But see, this the thing. When you trying to sit up here, well, I see Ms. Thomas said the whole entire country is only getting half. And that's crazy. But you know what they won't cut half on? Sending these other countries money. They ain't gonna cut their half on that.
I don't know, Mr. Thomas. I as a SNAP recipient myself, I got my full benefits. The only difference is that when you get your benefits early in the month and you feeding the full family, and you get a little bit of funds in between, it's like you never got them by the time you hit the middle of the month. So, but I just wanted to clarify here in DC, because our mayor approved funding, we got our full benefits for the month.
Wow, well that's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. It said same as Coleman Young. That's why Coleman Young name still rang today. And that was the Detroit mayor. His name still rang today. Oh, facts. I'm with you, Lane. Said we must read our history book. Same play, different face.
You better know it.
And that's what I think I think that's where we at, and we get confused. Like we trying to rationalize with people. What's up, Raphael? We trying to rationalize with people who understand it ain't really changed. Like when you hear, because I was watching Eddie Griffin podcast and he's talking about they had they had since deported some kids, right? But the parents were still here. And he was like, if the parents, if the kids wasn't right to be here, do you think the parents need to be here? And that's what I be trying to say. What I be trying to get people, y'all trying to rationalize with people who don't care. See, that's why they want to erase the history books. All you do is got to go back to slavery. Was they not taking kids and selling them to other plantations? See, it's just people don't want to go back and see where this mind state come from. They want to say, well, that's not us. Yeah, it might not be y'all, but the same way y'all playing the game back then was doing back then, you still doing it now. You know, where you can go get that book Without Sanctuary. Go pull it up, look about the 100 years of lynching of America. You can go. Brother Roberts was talking about it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's like where you can go see people. They was it's like with the word picnic, the stuff that we do, but see, they don't want to have them type of conversations. You know what I'm saying? We can't have them real conversations and then they kind of tell you where we going from. Hey, but facts. They talking about going in Nigeria because what do they got? We can come to your house, but they ain't gonna let nobody come in their house. Because Nigeria must got something they want. Then they kick France out.
But that's once again, that's talking to the irresponsible nature of convenience that we live here with in America, right? Like,
Yeah.
you think that our only responsibility is to pay attention to what's happening in America. You pay your taxes, you clock in, you clock out, you make sure your kids stay out the way, everybody be good. That's the American dream.
Right.
There's another part to that American dream of making sure that you hold accountable those people that you have now elected to make your leaders, because they got a whole different day-to-day setup than the average American, right? They not just clocking in, clocking out for
Mm-mm.
another person. Ideally, that's what they're elected for. They clocking in and clocking out for self-preservation. Hence why I said y'all need to start familiarizing yourself with some of these net worth of the people that represent you, and it'll start showing you the real motivation behind why some of these people really want to literally die in these seats. They ain't trying to get up out of there. It's a lucrative business to be a decision maker, and especially in an economy or in a society where people rarely check you for the decisions that you're making. Or by the time they start checking you, it's too late. It's kind of like somebody trying to fight the boulder on Indiana Jones while it's rolling towards you. Like, I don't think you're gonna win that match.
Facts. But that's what I'm saying. But see, this when you look at the imperialism, this is what you get. Because I want what you got. I'm coming over there for it. That's what I was saying. When you get these people, you put them in power. And I do like what Mendani was saying. Like, you have to put stuff in place for you have another Trump.
Mm.
See, and that's what I was meaning with here. You better put something in place for you have another Mayor Neely running around here. That's what all I'm talking about. It seemed like they didn't care. And it's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Lena, that's what I'm talking about. How you sitting up here trying to talk to people, and I go back to this. People looking at how they when they rolled up and killed what was the young brother name? Tamir Rice. When they rolled up and killed him. You talking to people, I don't care how they feel what I'm about to say. These are the same people who set up here. You can go. I mean, that might not be them. They might be some kin. I'm not gonna say it, but did you see? Do you want me to pull the pictures up that you can see these picnic that these people was at where they was burning blacks alive, cutting their ears off,
postcards, bringing their kids.
Yeah, and was letting the kids see this. Like, oh, you can do this. Oh, you seeing a young brother hanging from the tree.
And this wasn't just happening down south. It was happening in Boston too. It was happening up north.
Yeah, but see, this is the stuff they want to say. Oh no, that didn't happen. That's why you can see if they go pull up. You know, what's my George Floyd can get choked out. And they look at it like, oh, he was on drugs. He had this and that. But you're not choking out yours when you pull him over and do that. You can go pull up plenty of videos where you'll see a person got a gun that's not melanin. They take him in, abduct him easy. But they got to kill the melanated person.
They were garbage.
I'm just saying, see, you got to understand when you dealing with that type of mind state, everybody want to act, oh, that mind state ain't there no more. When you can have a judge come in and lock somebody up off a lie. They act like all that stuff left. That stuff still going on to this day. Act like we ain't got political prisoners. You can watch movies, but you can watch reality. A person get mad, or when they get in power, that well, okay, we'll get you arrested. We can make your life miserable. You know what I'm saying? So but we try to act like this ain't what's been going on. Go watch that movie Gangs of New York if y'all really want to see how they play the game.
Oh man, that
You want to
was
see?
crazy.
Go watch that movie.
Gangs in New York was wild.
Go watch that movie.
You can always count on Leonardo DiCaprio to give you a great history lesson.
But go watch how they was acting. That's why you can get Stephen Miller wife come on the show, gonna ask somebody about them being naturalized, or we can have this done. See, ain't nobody checked her. Valdosta, Georgia. I sure KJ was. Oh no, that one and ain't nothing happened on that. Ain't that the young brother they found with his organs removed?
Mm.
And I'm the only place I saw that when they were showing it was on the Final Call. But I'm just saying this is the stuff that we go through. They don't want you really talking like Brother Robert, and that should have got way more looks and go view because he was talking real stuff. And I get it. I get it. It might not to be everybody liking, but you see the BS that's going on.
People can't take what Jack Nicholson say. Mickey in that movie.
Can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Listen, man, if you look at the world for what it really is, it might turn you into a different kind of person. You lose your mind or you'll fall in line. Those are the only two things that could come out of that. And then I think that we as an organizer, what has been most beneficial to me is not being in siloed learning. Like, I understand that you gotta learn the culture.
Snap.
What happened?
Did you just see what I just put up on here? Noah in Mississippi with that hanging last month, his organs was removed as well. But you see how they not gonna put that out there?
They've been putting it out there, just ain't been getting the national attention.
Yeah.
Like
but people act like this mind state like it's gone. That mind state is still there. Why you think they can look at it? This
unless
why
the mass abduction of those people have happened between the 60s to 2025. Those people and the people that they raised from their loins are still very much present. And they still feel the same way. Or we would have all these little pockets in the woods of different coalitions and things like that happening.
Hold on, let me see what this right here. I'll answer that for you, Tracy. You said, fine, we're talking about back slavery, but put a courtesy name on white and name indenture serving all wild slave come from Slovakia and heard they used to eat each other before arriving here barbaric gangsters. Listen, this is the reason I'm talking about it, because we still going through it right now. When you're looking at some of the, I just was, like I said, I was just watching, what's my man, Mandani, and I was seeing the people that was mad. I didn't see really a lot of people that I'm talking about. When I go find the video, give me a second, yo, you go entertain. I'm gonna find the video and show you. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna show you because I can't.
Man, like I said,
organizing who was mad. Yeah, I'd rather show it to you.
Especially here in DC, when you talk about organizing, like I explained, in DC, the reason why I have to get to know everybody, I can't afford to be isolated in my thoughts, is because it literally takes everybody full action to move here in DC. You know, we do have majority black, we have majority white, but it's a one band, one sound kind of jam. So I got to get to know people. And as an organizer, it has been most helpful for me to not just look at the atrocities that have happened for my community as being a black woman, but it has been helpful to see what has happened to indigenous people, because I also rep that in my bloodline too. And every other, the Asian community has had a tragic history with America. Might have got different results as far as policy happens, but everybody has been a victim of a certain population of colonizers here in America. And when we really see the commonality of trauma that we have inherited and how it continues with big business and money, you can even tie when we went to, the revolution, right? I'm talking about the Tea Party things, was a action of men of wealth who were tired of being disregarded in Britain, who decided to empower the poor by giving them money and the tools that they need in order to do the not protest, but to do the whole action and stuff. And then they just gave us what they already had over in Britain under a different country, in my opinion. This is what I'm picking up from my studies.
Mm-hmm.
But my question to the chat is like, everybody wants to talk about the possibility of Black people specifically. I don't know what's happening in other communities, so if you guys are having this conversation too, let me know. But where are we supposed to go? Right? A lot of people say you go back to the motherland, and then they got things happening in the motherland, and we don't really know the motherland. So will we be more help or hindrance just jumping over there? Especially most of us don't have the money to contribute in the way that they're looking for us to contribute coming back to the motherland. You can't go to European spaces because they got mass anti-immigration protests that are happening there. So if you're not going to fight on your own land and on this soil, go.
No, you're right about that. My bad.
I saw you had the video up. I was
No.
ready.
I just got it up. I'm gonna play it toward the end. You know what I'm saying? When we go to talking about, because I'm just saying when they go break it down, you'll see the stats who voted for who, and that's who mad. I got another video up where you see from Fox News. I wanted to play that one too. They crying, got an attitude. You don't want. I mean, but see, this is nothing new. This is the same rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? It's the same rhetoric.
I was trying to look at what Raphael Bird said.
What do you say?
Coroner gets paid $200 per investigation up North Mississippi. No wonder why they cover up these hanging, because they don't want to do the work. Sounds like Medicaid. They don't want to do the work because they get a blanket fee no matter what they do.
Let me see what Tracy said. She said they keep it hush though, just like they talk about how horrible YNs hold mass shootings. I mean, but that's just but that goes back to the propaganda though, Tracy. Well, who can control it, who can put it out there? That's just like with these SNAP benefits. All our life coming up, what would you be hearing? Oh, it's the blacks that's on the SNAP benefits. I mean, that's what you hear. Even when you pull that quote up, what Lyndon Johnson, LBJ said, that you think that was from a mind state where you coming from. Let me find the quote. I'll put it up for you. Let me find the quote.
Please do, Otis.
Let me find the quote, because I think we you know what I'm saying. Sometimes we be forgetting things that be going on. I get it. Other people, I get it. Everybody going through something. Let me be the first to tell you that. Be the first to tell you that we all going through something. But everybody, what we fighting through, it shouldn't be continuously. We got to have the same fight. We shouldn't have the same fight.
Yeah, you guys saw young Connie. Is it Connie Lewis? Connie. I think that's what it says. They're going to the universities to recruit young white men. They are going to the universities required to recruit any young person. They got what is it, the college tour that's happening right now, where people are picking up the mantle of CK, and they're going on the HBCU tour. And most recently, they went to Bowie. They didn't get the traction that they thought they was gonna get. So basically, what that means is that they were looking to agitate and get content. And I'm so happy that the students that were preparing for homecoming were like, man, listen, if y'all had caught us after homecoming or like prior before homecoming, you might have got what you was looking for. But right now, ain't nobody trying to bring that here. We know y'all just talking. It's just all words. So I was very happy to see how Bowie handled the rage baiting.
I love you, yes, thank you. Well, I keep talking on. I mean, Yogi.
See, there you go.
I keep messing up.
Otis don't like the girl.
Oh my God! I'm about to pull the wrong stuff up. You over here messing with me. This is the quote right here. I had to find this thing right here. Now you read that for me. Can you see that, Yogi?
LBJ. Yeah, let me go ahead widen my screen. Words are hard and reading is harder. LBJ was once asked why poor white Republicans repeatedly vote against their own best interests. And this is his response. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't know you're picking his pockets. he'll give him someone to he'll hell give him someone to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you. Facts.
Right. I mean, but see, and we keep forgetting that. We keep see, we try to act like, oh, that ain't real. And that's why we go, you know what I'm saying? We'll bring up, oh, this, I get it. I'm not telling nobody. When I get it, when people say all lives, I get it. But when it comes to all lives matters, that being said, when you got to tell your black son, hey, this is how you got to drive. All communities don't have to tell their kids that. They don't have to. You can't tell why you can't go over here, why this is considered a sundown town. See, all the other communities don't have to tell their kids that. But see, we get caught up in, and this is just my humble opinion, we forgetting what, this is why we stuck in this situation is right now. We fighting other people's fights but our own. Everybody else got community. Guess what? Ain't no community yet. Everybody else clannish. Guess what? They not clannish yet. We fighting other people's fights.
What you mean by that, Nick? We fighting other people's fights.
Oh,
as a whole, you talking about as a community?
I'm talking about as a community. We get. Do you see? We not getting nothing. We help every other people's what they fight that they going through. How many people coming to us? You know, we get said, oh, the blacks need to pay attention. Just think about it. Remember when everybody was coming after Latino? Remember they was coming after them? Mm-hmm. When they was coming, I watched them to the Latinos. I even watched when they went after the Haitians. Remember that when they was coming after them? Oh, they was, but when George Floyd went, no, you gotta be, you gotta do what's saying. We get told everything, but when it came to them, oh, we supposed to, it'll happen to y'all. Oh, they deporting y'all. I get it. And I ain't saying it's right. But some of them voted for it. That's just like with the farmers. The farmers voted, but you know why they voted for it? Let me show you why they voted for it. Because you know who they thought they was going to hurt? This still reigns prevalent to this day. But see, we don't want to talk about, have a real conversation that mind state is still in Congress. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna act like that mind state.
You can't.
Thank you, lovely Lynn. Said again, I say, where's the black hate crime bill? But you know what? But you know what you're gonna get told too? You got your Roland Martins. You got all your black elitists. They not gonna press the Democratic Party to do better. Because at the end of the day, they know who buttering their bread.
Man, this chat is getting it.
Hey, Raphael, that's why I say we fight everybody else fight. But when it come time to ours, you ain't gonna see them pop up. You'll see a few. You'll give a few. That's what I'm telling you. That bill, HR 40. Why the Congressional Black Caucus ain't brought it up? Just to study reparations. That's all John Conyers wanted, just to study. He didn't say we're gonna pay it. He said let's just get a look at it.
When you say we get in everybody else's fight, that makes me think about how women's right, the struggle for women's right went down, and how the white women had went to black community, and they found some of the most eloquent speakers and used them to really shop around the idea of what women's right could look like. And when they got time to get it, one band, one sound, and start protesting and stuff, they put the black women in the back. Matter of fact, black women didn't even see half of the come up from that campaign until well after that.
That's why when you had Joe Biden, when he was on with all them black elites, when he said y'all need to link up with the Latino community, they didn't do no pushback because this still reigns supreme to this day. I'll put it up here, Mr. Thomas. If you can convince, but see, I like to put the picture with it, because then you understand where it came from. Like, they say his ice is colder. See, I like to put I put the whole screen up. This why I put this up, because they want to convince you that this mind state is gone. They're gonna convince you that it's gone. That's why right now you being told Trump didn't even want to fund the SNAP benefits. Didn't care. Because they still think to this day that this right here, like we got blacks who believe, oh, that Willie Lynch letter not real. That you know, because we have our own, and you can go outside and just look for yourself and see this is real.
Mm. You see what Raphael Bird put up?
Yeah, I'm finna put it up. He said, but a bona fide race of people sticking up for us, hell no, Mick. They willing to fight with us, but turn up the heat and watch they back away slowly. Facts, you gonna see it. Oh, Roland Martin block you. He could use it up there. Yeah, because he ain't.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, shout out to Lane L for getting blocked by Rollins. Ain't nothing better to be getting. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even him, he gonna go up to the edge and be like, well, Democratic Party. Because where's the Black Congressional Caucus at? They know what's going on in Flint. They know what's going on. Don't be no fool. They know what's going on. They know the suppression y'all up under in D.C. Don't Roland Martin have his office there?
Man, we ain't seen him.
Some people know. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to walk down your street or this and that, but they just acting like it's the black communities. This is where I get at some of the people, like, do y'all understand? And I'm talking to whites on this one. I get it. But do y'all think that's all right for the military to be in the city like that? But see, you have to look at the mind state. Just think about it. I'm telling you with Flint, but I can tell you, you know that you heard about the water bad. But let me tell you who was lined up when they thought they was finna have to stay in the houses, when they was doing the lockdown, when it was like, you know, from the magical shot, couldn't nobody come out.
Mm.
You remember that? And they ain't want to wear no masks. I'm not wearing no mask. They had Saginaw Street lined up, but they ain't have it lined up for this water and it goes back to what Melissa May said. But people don't, when we had that real conversation, because they wanted, ain't no racism. It's just the rich and poor. Bullshit. You keep thinking that it's rich and poor. That's why right now, them SNAP benefits is the way they is. Because you know what? If you could convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't know you're picking his pockets. Hell, he'll give him someone he can look down on. He'll empty his pockets for you. That's real today.
And look at the amount of effort that they go through to make sure that they understand that. Like the media, man, it is such a big influence in a lot of these spaces. You could be living. Media can sell a snowball to an Alaskan, right? With all the snow that you can have around you, it's something about this particular snowball that will make you better than everybody else if you spend your last to get it, and they believe it too.
Yeah, but look at this: the fight over DEI. DEI didn't help blacks. Guess who was on that fight with it? And why would you need DEI? And here go Lane, and he gave us integration. And let's be real on integration. It was about money. It was about money. If you go look at the Negro League compared to and from what I've been hearing, you know, the Major League, where you think you got your halftime show from? The Negro League. But if we had that type of conversation, you know what I'm saying? People won't, you know, you get showed it every time. Tell me why Kanye West couldn't create his own shoe, but he had to go up on the Adidas. But you see what they made him out to be? Look at now. Even look what Jay-Z about to get in trouble when he brought what's the dude he bring in there up there, and they mad at him for the halftime show at the Super Bowl.
Who?
I can't think of what's the dude's name.
Does get ready to come on,
it was supposed to be at the halftime Super Bowl show this year with 26.
Oh, I can't remember. I know the
facts, man. They took it, but then guess what happened? Oh, they will only let so many. You got to remember, it was baseball players. Damn, now let's go to boxing. You have boxing. I'm not fighting no colored, but probably won't say I'm not fighting no nigger. That's what was really being said. Let me go and throw that out there. Bad Bunny. Thank you, Kate. Bad Bunny. His name is Bad Bunny. That's what I'm saying. And guess who's gonna be fighting for what he got going on? Us. Gonna be a Bad Bunny should perform. Hell, we done caught flack after the Kendrick Lamar went over the Negro's head. Then when they found out what he said, white America was mad about it.
Flabbergasted.
I'm just being honest. Because the way Kendrick Lamar did, he did it in a slick way that they didn't get hip to it. They was, oh, can you know, then, oh, wait a minute.
Wait,
well,
so Bad
they probably picked up on it quicker.
So he's not performing, Mick?
No, they mad.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not gonna hold you.
Controversy with him. You go pull it up. They mad at Bad Bunny for some of his political views.
I don't know much about it. I think that it was that he was supporting his country, right? His countrymen and the history behind it. Is that what it was?
Yeah. What is his nationality? And you see, we
Puerto
jump
Rican,
on Bad Bunny and don't even support our own because that goes back to that Willie Lynch letter. They got 2 months to learn Spanish.
I'm working on it, Felicia. I ain't even gonna hold you. That album is fire.
And you see what Elena said, Bad Bunny been giving them that work too. Oh yeah, Bad Bunny been on their head.
And said, I don't know how to say it, but I've been in here in the house like, yeah, I'm gonna get my maracas ready. You know.
No, you right. Oh man, I was gonna play that video. I don't need to put that video. Bad Bunny, Puerto Rican. Okay, he's an American. From Puerto Rican, but he's American. Okay, got you. Oh yeah, right. The way he been talking, they don't like him. But I'm just saying, but see, we'll go support, but won't do our own. That's all I'm telling you. We get up on here, man. It's so much. I'm just saying, it's just the stuff that we'll go sit up here and go fight. But look at Jay-Z. Look how he played Colin Kaepernick. But to me, that was really rich people business. Jay-Z saw that money. Huh?
Can I play devil's advocate then?
Go ahead.
Why people still support football then?
I brought Brother Roberts on. He keeps saying why y'all watching it. He don't understand. He like really, man, I got some clips. I'm telling you.
Like NFL is literally the closest thing we got to Candyland out of Django.
Facts.
And people still strapping on jerseys, still buying merch, still supporting, and yeah. There's a database in the country that separate us by race and color. During COVID, no America applied for the stimulus money. They gave it to us freely. Food for thought.
Okay, it said, the lovely Carolyn Henderson said he's singing Spanish, so they mad. Facts. It said, look at the history of Puerto Rico and see the similarities of that to Flint. Pay attention.
We're going to have our resident Puerto Rican tell us more about the plight of Bad Bunny and why they mad at him when she get up on his.
anytime you disrupt the establishment, man, that's what you see really in New York. See, they don't want to be honest. Some of the hatred was racism. This not what Mick's saying. If you want to hear the speech, that's what Mandani was saying. If you go say there'll be no more Islamophobia. Where all do these phobias come from? And who be scared of who? I'm just saying. Listen, I get it, but I'm like when I do look at it, to me, the New York victory was that the people got it. What? He said, well, you're right about football, but Mickey will have to admit, watching the game with wings and a beer with your fellas is very entertaining. I mean, listen, hey, it's a bonding moment, but when you see the clear racism that come out, we don't talk about them.
That's Jerry Jones, man. That's borderline, like,
yeah. And I'll give you another one. Look how the people mad at LeBron James about Bronny. But you ain't say nothing about what's the one center that used to play for the Boston Celtics back in the day, and his son got to be a coach. His son got to be on the but they get mad. I'll say it again. We hold us to a higher standard than we'll hold anybody else. That's what I'm saying. They said, did President Donald Trump find who he is, the president of Puerto Rico? No talent. but see, remember they was on Biden. I'm gonna just show you. Remember they was on Biden saying dementia. Okay, well, is y'all gonna say that about this one? I'm just saying. But
They
see,
only focus on his cankles.
yeah. But see, they act like they don't see.
Mm. Mm. Tracy Jones.
Yeah, but this have not been going on. That's all I'm saying. See, we caught up like ain't none of this stuff happened before. I'm just telling y'all, this is like, listen, this stuff that we are experiencing, family, it's like in American culture, it's like apple pie. Did y'all forget how they were separating the black kids from their mamas? Did y'all forget that the plantation owner could go in and sleep with impregnate his slave? Did y'all forget when Brother Robert said what they used for intimidation? How they tie one horse to the left leg, right leg, split her open, then the baby will fall out, crush the baby here. See, y'all act like y'all want to sit up here, and that's why they want to they want this stuff out the history books. But see, y'all forget that. They want to keep forgetting that. They want to keep forgetting it. You're gonna have another George Floyd. You're gonna have another Tamir Rice. You're gonna have another Trayvon Martin. Just think about it, Trayvon Martin, because he wasn't supposed to live in this neighborhood. That's what they assume. You just had Sonny Houston from the View said she went out there, had to go inform the residents that her kid is, training for the Olympics and not to mess with her baby. What neighborhood was you living in that you had to feel that kind of way? See, it's only neighborhood that they don't want you in. But guess what neighborhood we all accept everybody in? The one we come from. But see, this ain't this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. Yeah, social love, smash that like button. I know y'all probably mad at me over today's show. Oh well. If y'all mad about me, but that's the black history. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat what we going through here. But that don't mean you're supposed to stop me. You're supposed to keep fighting.
It's been the charge of every generation. What Stokely Carmichael said, or Kwame Ture, formerly Stokely Carmichael, he said you can't track one moment in Black history where change hasn't required bloodshed. Every moment that we've tried to show up and be like we are human, we deserve to be treated as such, not 3/5 of a man. It has required bloodshed. And in 2025, people are wondering why they hear Black communities saying, we're not doing it. We're stepping back. What did we get out of the sacrifice of y'all seeing us beat over the head, dragged out, children brutalized? Again, you already got that. It's still happening. The lynchings, the Martin Day lynchings, the Northern lynchings, and all those things like that, it's still happening. Why do we need to show you Marshall Selma again in 2025? We don't have to be the representatives of atrocity in this 2025 because it is affecting everyone. That's why you hear Black people saying we stepping back, because we need to take care of our communities. We need to rebuild our communities. We need to re-educate our communities. We got work to do.
And that's the solutions. We got work. But then I do love what the brother said. We need to get together. But see, until you can get some of these egotistical people out of the head of these organizations, because that's really what it is. Till you get these egotistical, self-serving, I got to get mine people out of the front of these organizations, and these people link up, it'll be better. Hey, beloved, I'm with you with that. Just think about it. You had Black women that was breastfeeding these white babies.
Yep.
Just think about it. Why she couldn't breastfeed them? You had them, and I'm not for sure. I don't know a woman DNA. I'm thinking that only time you produce milk if you're pregnant or not. So why would these Black women have to feed their babies and not feed? You know what I'm saying? But see, don't nobody see none of that.
They knew the
and guess what that baby did when it got older, and it's been breastfed by Granny Lulu.
I love
Still
Brandy
whooped her
Lee.
ass when she got a chance, when he had the opportunity. Still took advantage of. And these the people been and raised them. But guess when they got older? No different than when his own mama. See, they want to sit up and act like, well, you know, like I caught some flack because they said, I voted for Kamala Harris. But let me put this up here. I know whoever the hater is, in case you might have forgot. You might have forgot. You might have forgot. Let me throw this up in here just to make you mad.
You know what I also find crazy? Why you pulled it up, Mick, is that the haters don't even know their own history. That's why they can blindly follow into hate, because they don't even know why they hate and the people that they hate, or what the legacy is behind it. I'm not excusing half of them, because some of them are very aware of their legacy, but some of them don't even know the origin of how they even got to places like South Carolina and things like that. Yeah. There's a whole documentary on Amazon right now. How did the KKK get here? And I didn't know the origin story of most of the people, the white Southerners in South Carolina and stuff like that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't. Why it's called Klan? Because it was marked after the Scottish immigrants who had migrated to South Carolina. So that's where they got the KKK from. And that's not from my own list. This is the guy who wrote it, who directed the documentary. He's Scottish himself, so he's talking about his own people and how that transformed from racism and slavery time to Jim Crow law, which was another sponsorship of the good Scottish and Irish people at the South Kakalakis. That's why I said, don't just look at the history of yourself and your own people. You gotta look at this history as a whole.
No, but see, they don't want to put that out there, because if they put that out there, you're gonna start showing who they really is. And if you know what the greatest thing that a racist don't want to be? A racist. That you know. Now he know he is, but he don't, because even in his, why you think they be want to hide it? Because in their mind they know that's BS, but this is what they've been brought up on. And it goes back, and I hate to use Tariq word, but it is what it is. I'm white, so I say so. That's the mentality that we get. I'm white, and so I say so. And that's what you're looking at. Like, when you just think about it. Don't you know I'm telling y'all what Melissa Mays told me. She might be mad. You know who she said gave her hardest fight? Was the 8th ward, where was more well to do at. She said the whites. I'm telling you what Melissa, and she white. So I took her word for it, because she know, just like I know my people, she know her people. She said they gave her hardest fight, because you know what she said? They didn't think they was getting poisoned. They just was thinking that they was poisoned in the north side with a poor black and the poor whites was at. But really it was like they just thought the blacks, the north side, because they don't be thinking.
Hey, Mick, B. Marie had something to say to you.
Let me see. She said, Judy Priestley acts like a racist. Listen to her bring up money when council members talk about testing homes in the Brownell area, but can never give an update on ARPA funds. But I read what Mark Hutchinson said. He said, serious question. Has the fourth ward ever been anything other than what Priestley is? Freeman, Fields, and Judy are what they are. Fourth ward is what it is. Am I wrong? But when you see that, when you hear Judy talk, it goes back to this. Oh, damn, I took it off. That what Lyndon Johnson, LBJ said. She didn't even listen. To me, Judy didn't even want to. Like I say, with the cancer cluster, when Art was, they want to do that testing at them home. Oh, we don't have money for it. This is the type of mind state that you're going through, and you would think she fighting against it to come find out, but Judy was the same one said the water in Flint wasn't bad. So I understand when Melissa May said, but it goes back to that LBJ quote. It go back to LBJ to me, but they act like that mind state is gone. When Judy came up there and said, "Oh, the colored people," only the Negroes that was mad, the ones that she ain't cool with. All them other ones didn't utter nothing up out of their mouth. Didn't utter nothing. Liddell loved it. But she went right up there to my man from the Young Turks and going to, oh, Dennis called me a monkey. I mean, but this is the type of stuff, even show you how sensitive we is. We can't even come out here and say, listen, we finna find out the monkey business. This how sensitive we is. I could have seen it then and said, listen, Liddell, you a monkey. Then I'd be like, oh damn, he called Liddell a monkey. Did you see the rhetoric that Stephen Miller was saying? And people can't see that racism in what he was saying?
What's it called? Selective outrage. That's the terminology for that affliction. Selective outrage.
Yeah.
We say, Tracy Jones said, you got to be mentally challenged to still be, there we go. Into the isms. BS, that poison water, northern female fruit producing trees disappearing. Exactly. They used to, I think Anna talked about it last time, how they used to, that's why the pollen count is so high, because they got more, is it male producing trees than they do female, which produce the fruit. And if you don't put fruit bearing trees in public spaces, then you can still monopolize food resources. And when you control that, then you control the people.
Yeah.
The air quality, the water quality, and food sovereignty. Those are the 3 top things on how you take over a country or a city.
No, Tracy, you're right. It's the poison of water or the attack on fruit trees didn't discriminate. No, but these was the people. This is when they didn't want to declare when the fight was going on. I'm talking about when the fight was going on, Tracy. This when the fight was going on. That's a fact. What it was. Why you think they ain't fixed it yet? You think that this was Midland, that they wouldn't have it together? All you gotta do is go look when they had their problems up there. They got it fixed. You know where they didn't get it fixed at right here? It's not a secret that Flint is majority black. Probably not it once was, but you got poor whites here, and you know what I'm saying? But they ain't trying to fix this because they still got that majority black in front of it. Now when it flip around and go back to how it was, then you will see it fixed up. Do you think if this was a majority white city and you seeing everybody dying with cancer, I mean, the stuff catching it like this, you really think that this would still be going on, that we got to fight for? You can go over your people's house, turn the water on, water stink, and people still telling you, oh, the pipes are done. Come on. I mean, you just got to call it for what it is.
I knew it was real when I was asking Brother Elliot about if he had heard about the brother Moses West, who had figured out how to generate clean water from condensation. Is that the word? Try to use big words, but follow along. Moses West. And Brother Elliot said that you guys had one of his machineries in Flint.
Yeah.
But it got...
Yeah.
It got... they tore it up? Or they...
Yeah. And you think Lil Pookie and Ray did that?
And they ain't say nothing. I haven't heard nothing in y'all council talking about getting money or funding or getting that back up and running for the community or nothing like that. In my mind, that's how you know they not concerned about fixing the issue.
Facts. Hey, Sir Gregory, you might be on something to that, but if she is, shout out to Jeff Bezos' wife. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Trying to save your conscience.
Yeah. What you think when they get mad? What you think the black man was used for? Even in the black woman, when they want to piss their parents off, I'll show you, Dad, and come back, you some bitch. That's how they be, some bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm being honest. Y'all don't want to. That's called rebellion. When they want to be rebellious, they come. I'll show Dad something. I'm coming home with Kiki from the projects. Or the daughter, I'm going to show Mom. I'm going to show Mom. I'm coming in with Tyrone. Tyrone be about 6'4", built like a Greek god. And the mom would be like, I understand what you're doing. The dad be like, oh, my goodness. So they just don't have a baby by him. But that is real. I done seen, even in my time coming up, I seen white women that dated black men. They parents disown them.
So, can I ask to go back to, I see Old Gamer has made some comments on the machinery that I was talking about. Like, has there been any conversation in the community about trying to get that back? Talking to Moses West and letting him know what happened to the machinery.
He know what happened. Somebody probably told him, man, take your stuff and go home. That was probably the only thing. Unless you're going to have a chair out here and you sitting there for 24 hours to watch it. Do you understand the people that control this didn't want you not gonna overturn the apple cart? That people wouldn't have had to been drinking this messed up water. Do you understand? Like they don't want you to fix this thing. But I'm just saying, this is the stuff that happened.
That's truly diabolical.
Yeah,
Because I would
but
think you think about the Move movement, right? Right,
mhm,
and what they stood for, and in my mind, right, we got this source of clean water,
mhm.
and you need to protect that with your life. Like all these BLM and all these different organizations, even if you got to do around the clock on that was things that the civil rights movement was willing to do for the sake of your community and your peers and your friends and family being safe and taken care of. And I'm just like, I'm not flabbergasted anymore. I'm learning the ways of Flint. And this is not me judging. This is me processing in real time by
Is,
asking these questions.
is Moses still alive? I see one of the questions.
Is Moses still alive? Yes. Okay. My mind I see.
It got stuck.
I'm a
It
little
got stuck.
delayed. I'm a
Yeah,
little
it
delayed
got
because when
stuck.
you said
I was
Moses,
like,
I was
what the
like,
hell?
Moses.
I said, this the Manchurian candidate that she just clicked on? I was like, Honor done set me up. You know, she had the Fed build. Hold on, let me
I
get
was
this. This
like,
what we doing.
hey man, listen.
I'm just messing with it. I know a bona fide racist that has black grandchildren. I said the same thing. His daughters are showing him the evil of his ways. That's what I'm trying to tell you. How can you get mad? That's what I'm saying. I was watching something where Godfrey was talking, right? It just to show you this. He said he was walking with one of his Korean friends, right? Not dating a female. He said it was a white guy that was walking with his girlfriend that was Korean and looked at him like, oh, you don't supposed to be with that person. Now, do you understand the mind state? They can go deal with everybody woman, but they not the only ones. I can tell you some other ones, but you know who don't be tripping when somebody come take our women? We don't. Hell, Captain Kirk dated a green alien. See, they the only ones can go here, 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 here. But if you go there, kill you. But see, and they act like this mind state not here. We ain't gonna trip. We just gonna say, son, we told you leave him alone. Well, I guess Becky gonna be here with us now. She been disowned from the family. I mean, but see, we not gonna do that with ours. We'll be mad like you know better because we know certain things that's gonna go along with that. Or you know, you trying to. Some not gonna like it.
Yeah, mix it
Some
up.
do,
A
but
whole
some not
different
gonna like
bag.
it. I'm
You
just some not
you
gonna like
shoveling
it.
up a whole different kind of
Yeah.
conversation in our community when you talk about crossing the border and integrating into other communities and cultures and the divide that comes from that. You know, we know that there's a side eye that happens when we start crossing over into other communities.
Then you just see they fired old boy from Boston, cost him his championship. I think he the Houston Rockets coach because he was messing with one of the execs. Man, cheating been going on for a long time in America. I
A
would say
long time.
long time, even in London. Cheating been going on. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Cheating been going on, and y'all. But the problem was that he hit. Look at T.J. Holmes, CNN. You can't hit ours, but we can hit y'all's. I'm
Mark got
just telling you how it is.
Nick Strom Thurmond had a
Oh
whole
my God!
black daughter.
But this show you their mind state. You see, it's up there for you. We'll
Strom
probably won't
Thurmond
tell you.
had a whole black daughter while he was complaining about integration. It gets real deep. Yeah,
And
self hatred is real.
yeah.
It's a thing.
You see, AT, I'm with you, beloved. When black women complain, then we become haters and jealous. And did you see what they say? You can't be you don't want to be the angry black person. You can't be angry black woman or angry black man. But you can get on here, holler, hoot, and holler this and that.
You
But
can be the ignorant one, but we can't be the angry one, even though it's
yeah,
justified.
but they can show their emotion. They can show how they feel. But if we do it, you know what we come up under? Oh, that's
Bitter.
an angry black person.
Mm-hmm. You bitter, you angry. What they call it? Damn, what was it? I just watched it. White fatigue. That's what they called it.
Right.
White fatigue, because they're tired of being shamed about something that they didn't have a firsthand experience in or implementing. They're tired of hearing about our troubles of having our people experiencing slavery and things like that. So basically, they want us to stop talking about it because they feel like they've progressed. So now they've deemed it a new terminology, white fatigue. You got white flight, and then you can add this to your list of words you need to learn, ladies and gentlemen, white fatigue.
But what about black fatigue?
It don't exist. Not to them. We talking about white fatigue, which is the prioritization of feelings and emotions out here in these streets.
Hey, Mark, I'm with you. I don't think that coach in Boston had to ask twice. That woman was willing participant. But in their mind, she got dead wrong. He took advantage of her. Just think when a person, that's just like the boy that played for Wisconsin when he messed with the two girls. And they came out when the parents found out, oh, you messed with a black? Oh, he raped us. But see, they can do that and it's no problem.
Didn't that happen in Rosewood? That movie Rosewood?
Yeah, Rosewood.
That lady was in that bedroom and she was cheating on her husband, and then she knew her husband was coming back, and the people seen that man in her bed, and she ran out on that front porch and started yelling the hard ER.
Yeah, but look, like Mr. Thomas said, they should stop being racist. That's the, oh my God. But see, it's in their DNA and they not gonna stop it. That's why you have a lot of these laws. Go look at Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy doing time, but they brought an old law from back in the day that they put on Jack Johnson.
He doing time for
how they did Jack Johnson. But what they don't tell y'all, when Jack Johnson won that heavyweight belt, guess what happened? They lynched niggas that night. So they ain't gonna tell you that. They even took the video. You had the police run up there because you know what, they was not gonna show a black man knocking out a white man. Why was that? Why you didn't want to put that on TV? I mean, why that couldn't be showed around the world? I mean, around the U.S. Why they didn't want that out there? Because you know why? Because we've been dogging you out since you've been here. This is the stuff. Why you think they waited 25 years before it could be another black heavyweight? Don't nobody see nothing was wrong with that? They don't see, but this is their history that they don't want told. They'll try to have it. If you go pull it up. I'm just saying, why, like, when we can see the thing, that's just like, and I'll give you another example. And this is a bigger slap in the face to us. Then y'all just see, I mean, what was his name that just died? The vice president? Dick Cheney. Oh, you see how all of them came out there praising Dick Cheney? But this is the stuff, no different than when they praise Strom Thurmond. I'm not mad at the people that praise him because I know, you know what I'm saying? Some of them, you know, them your people. Like,
it genuinely feels that way.
Yeah, like even the thing with CK, you have people believe in that rhetoric. I'm not mad at them, but don't get mad at me because I like Malcolm X. Don't get mad at me because I like Nat Turner. Don't get mad at me because I like the Nation of Islam. Don't get mad at me because I like Minister Farrakhan. Don't get mad at me for who I like then. If y'all get to like who y'all want to like, and some of y'all heroes were bad, and only ones I like only want to uplift their people.
What Concrete Jungle say? I ain't got my glasses on. Messed up part about Rosewood was that those people knew that woman didn't get by a black man. Yeah, I ain't want to say the word. But they felt entitled to go mess with the people of Rosewood over her BS. And for those who don't know, Rosewood was a true story.
Facts.
This wasn't it made up in somebody's imagination. This really happened in Rosewood. They terrorized and ran through and ransacked a whole town because of the lies of one, in this case, Wahite woman. They still doing the education in an economic way. Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember that school, Little Rock, when they showed how it was divided? I mean, I watched a documentary back in the day on HBO, and they had them good documentary. But you know what people would tell? Oh, that's not true. Because y'all get mad because we'll do this. Don't nobody, and I'll tell you, don't nobody want to be held accountable for what they do. You put that mirror up and you show them what they did, you know what they're gonna say? I'm telling you what they'll do because they don't want to accept how really their mind state is. That's why they tell you paint Jesus white. Give you him and tell you. contrary to what the Bible say. But you know what? They have a problem. I don't have no problem with if that's how they feel Jesus is to them. But don't get mad at us because we believe in a black Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get mad. You're not mad. We ain't pushing like how y'all like how they put. Don't get mad. That's my thing. Don't get mad. It's not us. We not saying what you doing is wrong. How you want to live, but don't push it on us. Don't do us wrong is what I'm saying. I shouldn't have to tell my son be worried if he want to go out and drive. Now you got to be in the house. You can't be out at night. Why we got to tell our kids that? Why they not telling their kids that?
Talking about the green book.
Yeah, you see what old game. There were many Rosewoods. Hell yeah, look at Brownsville, Chicago.
And there's still some Rosewoods percolating. They
go look at the
downtowns.
Yeah, go look at the policy. When y'all go play the numbers, y'all to thank the black man. Because that's who invented it. But guess who benefited off of it now? Ain't that sad? It's just the story of the black man and the woman here. Black man and woman here. Downright diabolical because we have maybe 2,000 people doing good, but the rest of us is struggling.
And they'll settle for that. Breadcrumbs. Settle for breadcrumb reparations.
I mean, but was really reparations enough for what them people went through? How many of them was really living?
Because, like, how do you... Like, they literally burnt down their schools, burnt down their houses and everything like that. So you give me reparations for what happened way back in 1994. That's bad math.
Look how they doing the people here. Look how they really doing the people here. They know they done poison these people here. Now, we don't know all the ones that, the ones that done left. And they still, you talk about what, 11, 14 years later, is they going to get your money? Like, this some of the diabolical stuff I've seen. It's like, okay, we're gonna get a cancer cluster study here because we know we caused this problem, but ain't none of them went to jail. But if you go out and do something, you going to jail. Go out and do something. Let's see if you poison the water supply of your city. Let's see what they'll do to you.
And ain't no telling how long that study will take, right? How many people will pass away without cures, without treatments and stuff like that, while they just studying the problem.
But this the thing, even with that, people finna get paid off the misery on that. Don't you know you got to pay them people?
Mm-hmm.
Like, ain't nobody coming up here not to get no money. Let's get that clear first. Even I'm not knocking it, but this is another way they finna bring money in, gonna create jobs. But it ain't gonna be for the people here that's hurting, unless you part of that brother, friends, and in-laws.
It's probably a brochure for the future Flint populating around somewhere up north right now. Y'all probably ain't even seen it. It's like how they do us in DC. We don't see the layout of how they we had community. They make it into a new storefront. We don't get to see the layout until later, and we like, damn. But I they bring housing.
but look at a society where they'll tell you, hey, well, let's go and send the disease meat, the BS meat to this section. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying earlier, the meat don't be great. How can you bring meat in where you want only the, but this thinking, because I just remember the movie Rome when I was watching them, how they was eating good, the Caesar and they crew, the senators and all of that, but the regular folks, they struggling, but y'all living good.
They used to take their slop, whatever they had left on their plates and scraps and stuff like that they had finished biting off and eating, they would take it to feed the prisoners like pigs. Like how you see them doing pig slop, that's how they was feeding real human beings. Oh, especially during slavery, you saw the little babies, all the little nigglets would be running up, get their little slop when they would throw it down. It just shows you the craziness. Ooh. Councilman Davis showed us the gentrification pictures of the new Flint. See, I knew it.
Yeah, man, we just been talking. Listen, you ride on Saginaw Street, if you go look where they just built Burston at. And I always tell people, look into the pictures.
You better look at the pictures.
How that area looking, And you seeing them houses that don't look like that shit that's over there right now.
And you better count how many black people in them promo pictures too, because that's how many
Fact.
you'll see in that
Listen,
area.
it was another one that we saw on Detroit Street, ML King. Well, I'm saying old Detroit Street, but it's called ML King. Where Hinky Dinky's at. Man, when you go look at the pictures that they had, looked like they had a Gucci store, a Louis Vuitton store. They had all these stores, and you're right, they didn't have no Nicklets in that picture. Didn't have none of that in that picture, but we wrong for speaking out on that. That's where I get pissed off, because you're gonna get mad for me calling out what I see. I'm supposed to just overlook it like, oh, ain't nothing going bad. You know, this is all right. This is all right. They stripped our schools. This is all right. You know what I'm saying?
Mick, at least y'all people still trying to get y'all excuses. I was just like, and
then you send your babies out there into the areas where they don't even want you at. Let's speak on that. Because I done seen the Grand Blank Facebook, what's the name? That's why I put us on Facebook today in case they watching. I seen how y'all talk on y'all Facebook stuff. Very disrespectful to the less than fortunate and heavily the blacks. You notice they love to over policing where the blacks is at, but they don't want to over police where they at.
Can I take this time to debunk this myth about DC and this chocolate city shit?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, here's a little fun fact that I found out about when because I'm currently researching 4 decades of disregard of in the educational space in DC. That being said, DC was one of the first cities to be ordered to be desegregate from the actions of Brown versus Board of Education. I think everybody knows about Brown versus Board of Education. That's how we were able to desegregate our schools. By the time they started enforcing it further down in Mason-Dixon, because DC is a southern city, DC had already resegregated and have remained a segregated school population to date. All they did was just rebrand how it looked. It wasn't outright racism and divide. It is now what they call it, a colorblind society version of it.
It's colorblind.
But when you look at the data in the District of Columbia, Chocolate City, just like I've heard Mick and Winston and everybody else talk about how you got people graduating 12th grade at a 3rd grade reading level, we also have that here in the nation's capital. And that's with a black mayor, a predominantly black council, and everything else in between. I told you the District of Columbia has 16,000 plus nonprofits alone housed in here. To a population of one ward of 86,000 people, and we still, from the 70s into 2025, are struggling like a little small town somewhere further down the Mason-Dixon. So it don't matter who you got on the forefront. It's about what you're doing as a person that's receiving services to make sure that they're not pulling the wool over your eyes or blowing smoke in your.
Okay? I'm gonna have to let you on to do a members only. That'll probably y'all let me know y'all want a members only. We're gonna set it up. But Tracy, but we still dealing with that in 2025. Yeah, we've been dealing with that since. I mean, we still dealing with the same thing. Just look at it. You got the Congressional Black Caucus won't even open a mouth on a lot of the black issues that's going on here, because you know what? They're gonna be voted out. They're gonna be voted out, and I do feel what you're saying when they just said how what's the name getting treated to MTG, yeah, because they running her around like she the best thing since sliced bread when she was with Trump. But you know what, B. Marie, but they gonna let that go. Remember, Dick Cheney shot one of his people, and everyone forgave him for no trial or jail time, because you know what they showed you? I'm white and I say so. That's what that comes down to. And I hate to say that, but that's how it's coming off. You can do this, but if anybody else would have did it, you know what they would have been done? You've been going to jail. Facts. That's what I was looking for. Facts. Look at the difference in treatment between Jasmine Crockett and MTG. But see, they don't want to really have that conversation. What they want you to do is to be like, you don't shut up and dribble. That's what they want. It's just being honest. They don't want you. Why you think they be more scared? Why you think they more scared of Malcolm X or King when he started changing? and you know what I'm saying, the Black Panther Party. Why was you mad at them? Was people who just wanted to help they people?
Because that means now they gotta admit that they was wrong. Now things gotta change. Now everybody gotta be equal. Now you gotta share. And some people don't like sharing, turns out. They don't want to acknowledge that people that they brought over here to be property and to be what's it called? You're expanded is what's the word? We don't care what happened to you. Like everything is a dollar sign.
Yeah.
You know, it's 24 of you out here. So what do I care that I lose one?
And that's how it is when they got people telling them, listen, you shouldn't have Medicaid. You shouldn't be able to go to the doctor. Only the rich people should be able to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be having access to better foods. Only the rich people supposed to have access better to rich food. It's like, but the poor people, and it's like we falling for it. Well, Lovely Lynch, we'll have to find out. See, I'm looking what Mark Hutchinson said. See what he said. He said, when we moved, the first thing I noticed was the failure in education was just not tolerated, and guidance counselor made a mistake and was gone the next year. Parents have to demand better. Facts. But you see, when is this what we're doing? Flint is racist and been racist, but is this what we're doing? We'll have people to say it's not. They'll tell you it's not. Because they don't know how to see it now. See, they don't understand you still bathing in poison water. See, that they ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? That's the environmental racism. See, they ain't gonna see that aspect of it. You looking at the school system, let alone you got people on the school system on the school board that only send their kids to Flint schools. You know what school their kids go to? To a better school.
The top of the top.
Yeah, but see, this is the stuff that we tolerate here. I watch the school board president. She puts stuff on Facebook every day. I'll just be looking at this stuff, man, and then they'll be want to have a nervous breakdown. Like, what's up, Annie? I'll be damn and want to have a nervous breakdown when I see some of the stuff I see the school board president doing. And then yet y'all graduating kids at a 3rd or 4th grade reading level, and they saying we doing big things here. Then you got a superintendent. And you 80 kids graduating? What's up, common sense? I mean, 80 kids graduating and you making down at 200,000?
Why are we even taking advice or taking leadership from people who not even utilizing the system that they ruling over?
That's the point that I'm trying to tell you.
Why is that even a thing? I got caught up in that, and the way I had to pull this sucker aside to set me up, when I really sat there and think about it, like I had put my son into this school, and that school was the worst. I mean, the absolute worst. And the next time I saw that state board of education representative, I said, "Hey, come here, let me holler at you for a second." Like, you know what I realized? That's on me. Like, as much as I want to be mad at him, I was more mad at myself because I didn't look with my eyes all the way. This man didn't even have his own kids in this school. If you really believe this school was everything and more that you told the community it was, where your kids at? And that's when I realized that half the time people are showing you who you are. We're just not seeing it. And when we see it, we don't want to know. We don't want to step up to the fact that we got to do our part to handle it. You think somebody else going to do it, waiting for Superman. You got Superman complex. Ain't no man coming out that ground with no damn cape on to save us, man. You your own Superman in this scenario. Period.
Facts.
Our ancestors didn't have a Superman. We had people who had Superman like enthusiasm. But if you wait for like the Avengers to come up and clear out Donald Trump and them, it ain't happening. You smoking some amazing drugs.
Why you think they wasn't mad about the January 6th thing? Oh no, it wasn't. It was a setup. I set you up by letting you come in. Your ass still supposed to go to jail if you fell for it. But see, in their mind, they didn't see nothing wrong. See, we have to understand. I don't care what they say. You still got to go back to the Warner Commission when it was talking about two Americas. Two Americas. See, it's in America what happened on January 6th, that when Trump let them out, that was because they saw them as them. And that's why when the police go see one of their own, that's why they'll try to arrest Johnny. But they go see Ray, he lucky if he don't make it in alive. Oh, if they don't kill him, they're gonna whoop his ass.
Nobody would have made it out alive if that was a different demographic on January 6th.
Yeah.
We all know that. Play with yourself. Don't play with us. We know the truth. Facts. If it was any other demographic that had went up there and did that, them people had enough time to go stand on people's desks, cop a squat, like literally cop a squat.
Just think about this, and they know that that's just like the Civil War. Even when it was said and done, they shouldn't be able to put no Confederate flag. Y'all lost. Shouldn't have no statues or none of them. You lost. But you know what? They see them because them was our cousins. You know, me and brother might have fought, me and my cousins fought, but we're gonna get back together. That's what that was. That's why you can see a General Leo, or you can see all these different statues of this person.
You mean they participation trophies? That's what it is. We got a whole 7 cities with participation trophies in them.
Facts. And it's like, because at the end of the day, them was still their people. That was still their people. Like we get mad about this to them, like we be going at Christopher Columbus, but to them, a lot of them, that's their people. They like, he did this. When we like, no, it was people already there. You just ain't understand that it was people there. Just like when they came over here, just think about this. The people that came here, y'all damn it was finna freeze to death. Well, someone was dying. And what the natives come through, showed them how to and fed, and look what they did to the natives. This is the mind state that you're dealing with. Now, just look at this when they gave out the candy shot, because I want to say it and take the page down. Now you got people coming back. Oh, they did us wrong. You was a fool for falling for it. That was the thing when they did the rollout. And when people was trying to tell y'all not to mess with, I remember the minister did the criterion. But you know what? When we have people that look like me and you trying to wake our people up, you know what they do?
Silence you or look away.
Yeah. Oh, they look, but when a person telling you, but now all these what's names like a person supposed to have sympathy now. It was like the Jim Jones. You drunk the Kool-Aid. Some of them here, some of them ain't. But then when you go to calling these people out, but you know what they'll say? Oh, Robert F. Kennedy, he off the chain. He might be, but he might be also making sense too. If you take time to push the fat from the steak and then you get to it, what is people mad about all the different stuff in the foods that we feed our kids? What is it? The red number 9 dye?
Mm-hmm.
When you go to these other countries, they don't even have that in their food.
There's so many foods that we eat in America that are illegal in European countries and other spaces.
Yeah, and get mad. Oh, you can have. I remember watching Mika Brzezinski. This was back in the early 2000s. Morning Joe, when she said she give her kid a can of pop, it's a treat. She's like, you know how much sugar in there? But you know, in the inner cities, in the hood, you know what we feed our kids with?
All of that. MSG. We love carryouts around this joint.
And I'm trying to tell you what it is, though, Tracy. But we had people out there that was trying to tell us, but we don't want to listen to our own. With all the obvious atrocities, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, but I was telling you when people was trying to tell people. See, that's the problem. People be telling us we don't want to look at it. Through all of this, with all the why are they still happening today if the people was listening? I shouldn't have to still talk about it today. Asking for better housing. Then the people back in the 60s fight for fair housing, better jobs. Why we having that fight in 2025? Better housing, better jobs.
That was the name of that campaign, the Poor People's Campaign.
Yeah.
When everybody
you wouldn't have to have that now.
Yep.
You wouldn't have to have that now. That's the problem. You know why? You know why the Jews don't forget what happened to them in Germany? Because they're not gonna let it happen again. But every time we ain't gonna, well, that happened back then. It's happening now. It's happening now. It's happening now. You just had a brother that a month ago, 2 months ago down in Mississippi. We just found out today his organs was missing. Why are we still having this now? Because you know why? We want to keep forgetting what was happened to us. We don't want to talk about it. We can't have that real conversation because we're trying to do the kumbaya. You're going to keep kumbaya and forget it, and it'll happen again. That's what we run into. It keep happening again because we keep putting our fight, our struggle to the back and taking up on the new stuff.
What's the old saying? Is either fight or flight.
Yeah, because we want to constantly push our stuff to the side. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to vote. Hey, we got to vote. We got to get this Democrat in. And I pray that Mandani do right, like he said, Democratic Socialist. He going to do right for the people. I pray he do. But just because you can go downtown and go up in there don't mean they like you. They like your dollar.
And just because you sit here voting for people don't mean that they're the it or and be all of how you heal your community. There are things you can do on your own without relying on leadership or community or relying on government to make it happen. Like I understand housing and developers and things like that, you know. But even then, you still got people who are buying land, who are teaching people how to do small, tiny homes. Like our job as Americans, in my opinion, is to re-educate ourselves about what convenience is and what are things that we need versus things that we want. And understand that we have been programmed to desire these things that are supposed to be convenient for us, but they're built in consumerism. I'm gonna get that word together. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Buying shit. You know, like some of these things we don't need, and when you start decluttering that sense of need, like I don't need Gucci shoes. I need a good pair of shoes that's gonna have a great sole that's not gonna tear my feet up. But you got women in here, and I'm not trying to, you know, just isolate women in this. I'm just giving an example. Like we like high quality, high end things. But what came out of the tariff when they first started raising tariff is the people who were producing those things were making it with like, aren't you crazy? We spending $15 to make these shoes and y'all spending $5,000. Who's the stupid one here? You know what I mean? Like we got to do our part to reprioritize, re-educating ourselves about the reality that we're living in. And we have all of these villains that existed before time. We got the receipts. So now the action is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? We know these things exist. We know they existed before 2025. We know they probably exist after 2025. What are you going to do? What are we going to do to change the narrative of dependency so that it can stop dangling carrots over us and having us go at odds with each other because a person is willing to sacrifice a whole town for the sake of you making sure that your few are taken care of? Self-preservation is a real thing, but it doesn't mean you have to sacrifice all in order for you to be okay.
You know what, Deborah? I'm going to go do that as soon as I leave. I'm going to do that soon. And you're right, is this what we're doing? Words are all we are. These days, no action. Because the ones who run this know how to get the people to listen. This thing, Jed will give you a prime example, and shout out to Jed and his INA team and everybody that helped A10 to get here, especially my family from Yogi G from DC, what you call it, a DConian?
I am a District of Columbia native, but then
native, a DC native.
Thank you. Not a Washingtonian. Different. I'm a DC native, not a Washingtonian.
Yeah, a DC native. My bad. She's a DC native. She's from them go-go streets. You heard? You know that? Hey, because I know we at the end. Yogi, what's up? I know y'all gonna be on in the morning, right? You and Anna, y'all come on Friday mornings.
I heard you say it, so yes.
Yeah, y'all be. Well, I know you'll be here. You doing something this Sunday, right?
Maybe.
Thank you, beloved Tracy. Y'all coming on Sunday? Y'all gotta have some
TBA. You know?
Well. If not, we're gonna have to do a members only or something.
That means we get to curse. We get to speak from our heart.
Hell yeah, then the members only. Yeah. You just can't go all the way crazy because they still strict members only.
I had to regulate a little bit, you know, because I saw some discrimination happening. I just like to speak out on these streets. Somebody was cursing profusely, and not one time did you say anything to them, but you kept me on the leash. You kept us on the leash.
I do it because I don't want to put you in the field. I want to keep you on camera. I want to keep you on camera. You know, these people rough on me up here right now. You understand? I'm fighting a hell of a machine.
I get it.
I'm fighting the Timu Boulay, and they sicked them on me. When I tell you they sick that the Timu Boulay on me, when I said, Lord, this one when I remember a guy put a $2 hit on my cousin. He paid some guy to post to whip my cousin, two of them for $2. He whipped their ass though, but I'm just telling you, they up here very, very bad on how to, but I don't want nobody on me. I'm just saying that a man offered these two guys for $2 and they lost.
Man,
that's what I'm like. That's how I feel like they didn't put the Timu Boulay on me. know what I'm saying? They went and got the bottom of the barrel of Boulay.
I don't want no beef with my A10 news colleagues, man. I know y'all fighting a hell of a fight out there in Flint, and we want to make sure y'all stay safe. So if that means that I got to move to members only, I don't speak on Flint too much anyway, because, you know, I don't know who y'all know up here since y'all got Lydale up here and everything. So.
Hey, you got to tune in tonight because I heard Winter's going to be here because it was council yesterday. And guess what, family? Liddell didn't get that 30,000. Hot damn it, she didn't get her money, but we're gonna say that for tonight.
I'm excited.
Oh, hey, Deborah, I roll by next year. They throwing buildings. That's why Judy was talking shit in the fourth ward, looking like this. Then when you ride by the other, you like, damn, Judy, there's one building. You got damn near 90% of this. I mean, at least 65% of it. That shit is blighted over there. I mean, I'm just telling you. But I have to be careful when I'm over there. Traveling through the 4th ward. I ain't got time to be grabbed up. Oh, they see Judy, that's him.
Damn.
And it put my ass right out there, and then I'm down there being probably try to hold me to the election over. He said, Mick, oh, wow, is this what we doing? He said, Mick is scared of Trevor. He's a typical white man, speaks with confidence, even if it's all false. Now, if I was scared, would I have put that up there? Is this what we doing? And you're gonna see us tonight. And it's still respect to you, brother Z. Even though you come at me all the time. And what I do, I don't say not just, hey, I do like Mayweather do. I let that punch slide right on by.
I just put up peace fingers because it's all peace and love in these streets. Peace and love.
Why you think I'll be bringing them rough brothers on here by the name of Brother Elliott? You know, we're gonna make it work though. But family, we're gonna see y'all tonight. Yogi gonna be in here, but Yogi will be on definitely tomorrow morning with no problem. You heard? She gonna be on. You gonna probably get Anna on there just doing this. You know, the ladies
don't come for my co-host. That fight Puerto Rican gonna be present.
You see how she stuck up for her co-host? That's what I like right there. That's why they on here with us, because I like people to stick up for people.
We all we got, man. Peace.
That's all. Shout out to my family in the 202 DC. You heard? Peace.